Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's racing show is sponsored by RiverviewFamily.com Auto Sales and DirtTrackRaceCars.com. So tonight on the Josh Sloan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube, we have with us Darian Danyluk. How's it going? How's it going, Darian?
Pretty good. Starting to get back into the swing for the racing season, getting my car ready.
Okay, let's talk about your racing career. How did it all start for you?
I started racing quarter midgets at Blue Mountain in Pennsylvania, and my dad took me to a driver experience, is what they called it, and I just got the opportunity to run laps when I was 5 years old, and then it just kind of snowballed from there, and that's what eventually led to my racing career.
When you got behind the wheel for the first time, were you the least bit scared at all?
It was all pretty natural. I wasn't very nervous. Just kind of went with it.
How much success have you had as a race car driver?
Well, I've been racing the All-Star Slingshot division for a couple years now, and I have two wins as a driving All-Star Slingshots, one in a junior slingshot, and in quarter midgets, I had 41 feature wins.
Very awesome career so far. How do you celebrate your victories?
Um, I try to be I try to be humble about it, and you know, I try to get excited, but we kind of just focus up for that next race and just enjoy the moment.
What's the story behind your racing number? Where did that come from?
So my number is 72D, and the D is just for my last name. But the 72, when I was getting into racing, um, like the day before my first race, it was my grandma's birthday, and she was turning 72, and I just decided that would be my number.
Who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
Um, my sponsors are Lawns and More Lawn and Landscaping, EF Lawn and Slager, and Kistler's Garage.
Are you presently looking for more sponsors?
We're always looking for sponsors.
How does one reach out to you to get to know you better and sponsor you?
Well, you can message me on Facebook, message the Danyluk Racing Facebook page, or if you're interested, email me at dariandanyluk@gmail.com, all lowercase letters.
So if you'd like to get to know our guest, reach out to him on his racing team page or his email address that he just mentioned. What is your future goals with your racing career?
I want to continue my success in the All-Star Slingshot division. I also would like to go to college, be a mechanical engineer, and one day hopefully work for a NASCAR Cup team.
Who's your racing hero?
Um, I really admire Steven Snyder Jr. I really like what he does, and I also really like what Ryan Flores does. He races in the off season, and he worked for Penske as a tire changer, and I think that's really cool. And
Okay.
obviously, my dad played a huge role in my racing career. My dad raced before me. That's what started his love, and he's been very influential and definitely one of my racing heroes.
You have a racing nickname.
I don't have a nickname, but I think that's one of the things that'll come with time.
Um, when you're strapped in your race car getting ready to go on the racetrack, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to go out and do this?
Well, I'm always the most ready to go when I'm starting in the back. If it's a long feature and I'm starting in the back, I know I'm ready to go. But I just try to look forward to going forward in the race, and I'm always motivated to keep pushing.
What's the best piece of advice you've gotten as a race car driver?
I would recommend to just learn as much as you can about the cars and like what every change does and how it's actually affecting your race car, and understand how those things are playing a part to giving you speed.
What kind of advice would you give a new race car driver?
Almost the same advice, and also just to learn from, talk to other people and just learn as much as you can from people who have raced those cars. And just if you're really interested in that, in like learning that stuff, just like learn as much of it as you can, and it'll carry over to speed.
What is your home racetrack?
My home racetrack is Shellhammer Dirt Track in Leesport, Pennsylvania.
What is your favorite racetrack you've ever raced on?
I like racing at Shellhammers, but I also really like going to Hamlin Speedway in the Poconos. The track is very, very racy there. Shellhammers, it's a great track too. It's always a great surface, and it's a great facility run by great people.
What are your 2000 plans for the 2026 racing season?
What was that?
What are your plans for the 2026 racing season?
I plan to race weekly at Shellhammer Dirt Track for points. Um, I finished third in points there last season, so hopefully we can get hopefully two spots better this year. That would be the goal. I also plan in racing the Slingshot World Championship throughout this year. Looking forward to running in the Pittenger Promotions Slingshot Speed Week, which is, I believe, a four-race series that I'm looking forward to. And I just want to race as much as I can this year. We don't really have any dates set, but well, other than Shellhammer's Weekly and the World Championship points and the Speed Week, but we're just gonna try to get to as many races as we can and have a fun time.
Do you race on dirt? Do you like a wet, heavy track, a dry, dusty track, or right in the center?
I like like a dry, slick track. I feel like when we're racing on a heavy track, everybody's like closer, and when the track's like dry, slick, your setup comes alive, and it's like more of a. It's just I do better on those kind of tracks, and I feel like it's more racy.
Are you pretty good about reading the racetrack?
Um, I wish I was a little better. I mean, I can tell like I can have a general idea of how it's going to develop, but I'm trying to work on making decisions that are gonna better me for the racetrack coming up. Like if I need to drop a tooth from my gear, I need to be able to decide that better. That's something I'm trying to work on this year.
Who's all on your racing crew?
What?
Who's all on your racing crew?
So my crew, it's basically just me and my dad. My dad and I, it's just us for most of the time. We have one of my dad's friends who comes along with us a couple times, Terry Faust, but it's just mainly me and him. We try to we do our best with what we got, and we try to be as successful as we can.
All right. What's your most favorite victory of your racing career?
My favorite victory is definitely winning at Shellhammers for the first time. My first win in the All Star Slingshot at Shellhammers. Um, it was this past season, and we had a win before that, so we were already carrying some momentum, and I it was a passing points that set up the starting lineup for the feature, and I did really well, and it was dual heat format, and I did really well in my heat, so I came from the pole, and I had a lot of tough competition behind me, and I was able to open some gaps down the stretch and pulled away to a good win, and in front of a decent crowd and 21 total cars. That was great. And also that night, it was a dual feature night. In the second race, I drove from 21st to 4th. So that also added some more onto that night. That's what made it even more special.
Who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
I'm good friends with Easton Miller. He drives the 125 micro sprint and 600 micro sprint.
What is your favorite thing about being a race car driver?
I really like how racing is it's a sport, but it's completely different than any other sports. Like I there's this one Denny Hamlin quote, and he says that like about how like he may be able to do some things that professional golfers might not be able to do, and he might hit some shots that some professional NBA players might not be able to do, but nobody will run a lap faster than him. And I think that's really says a lot about racing, and I think it's a great sport, and I just love all the physics and everything that goes into it with the setup and how everything is so complex. That's what I really love about racing.
What do you like to do for fun away from the racetrack?
I play a lot of basketball in the winter, and I'm very involved academically, and I'm in many clubs.
Do you have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us?
Um, well, I haven't been racing. Well, we haven't really. Well, I've been racing for a while, but we haven't had many crazy stories. But um, this isn't really like a crazy story, but we got to race at a pretty big track, and we were going like 70 miles an hour. That's we haven't had many crazy moments, but that was really fun, and it was really different.
Is there anybody you'd like to thank you for helping you get this far in your racing career?
Yeah, I would love to especially thank my mom and my dad. They've supported me tremendously in every step of my racing career, and a big thank you to my Uncle Bob. He was a big role in my career, and he's definitely a major reason of why I'm here where I am today. I'd like to thank my sister Adriana. She always supports me, and she raced quarter midget. She doesn't race the slingshots, but she raced with me before. Well, with me. I'd like to thank Uncle Terry. He comes to the races with us, and he helps out. I would also like to thank everybody who's ever sponsored me or supported me. As I said, big thank you to my current sponsors, Lawns and More Lawn and Landscaping, EF Lawn Slager, and Kistler's Garage. Everything everything is so helpful, and I have great sponsors that I could not be more thankful for.
All right. At this portion of the racing show, Darian, I'd like to turn the mic over to my guest. If you have a couple questions you'd like to ask me, you can ask me a couple questions.
Um, what's your favorite racing memory?
I would say out of all the racing, I remember growing up, Darian, I watched Davey Allison win the 1992 Daytona 500. That was pretty cool on TV.
Are you a big fan of NASCAR?
All types of racing.
All types. What's your favorite type of racing?
I like dirt and pavement both.
What kind of dirt racing? Like what
Sprint
specifically? Your
sprint cars, your class, IMCA, late models, whatever.
Did you watch the Chili Bowl?
No, I did not.
Oh, you missed out.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. What types of racing do you like to watch on TV?
I like racing. Oh, well, I like watching. We watch a lot on Flow. Whatever's on Flow, really. Like we just watch. We watched the Chili Bowl. We watched almost the entire Tulsa Shootout, which was the a whole week long thing. I was off of school. I saw almost every race. Um, and I really like the 600s. I like watching them. They put on a great show. As I mentioned, my favorite driver, Steven Snyder Jr. He drives a lot of different things now, but he's a 600 guy, and I think they put on the best kind of racing, and I think the way the cars are innovating and the way the division is moving, it's really interesting.
Well, I would like to thank you for being on our racing show tonight, Darian, talking about your racing career. I will have you step out and I will give you a call in a bit to thank you. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Darian Danyluk on our racing show tonight, talking to us about his racing career. So go follow his racing page on Facebook. Racing news wise, Will Power is excited he's been out testing with uh, Andretti Global and he's thoroughly enjoying that ride. So good luck to him. Good luck to Casey. Congratulations to Casey Jedrzak. He is going to be driving the number 6 Bill Rolls World of Outlaw Sprint car on the World of Outlaw Series this year. So congratulations to him. And good luck to Lane Christensen as he furthers his racing career out in California with the pavement late model stuff. So good luck to Lane Christensen also. But if you'd like to sponsor our racing show or be our racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-20973, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. Have a good night.